three things I do every day to battle fear is, one, I listen to positive music that encourages me.
Yeah.
There's a song that Ryan Tedder, One Republic, wrote called Fear, and it's about dealing with fear. There's another song called I Lived on their newest album, Native, which to me, again, it's encouraging. I always listen to music. Second is I always study successful entrepreneurs. It helps me know that Richard Branson had a tough situation, I'm going to have one too. Disney had a tough situation, I'm going to have one too. So that helps me. And the third is speaking it. Do you literally talk to yourself and say, you got this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've yet to interview an entrepreneur, by the way, who does not talk to themselves in a positive way.
Right.
Now, real quick, if some of the things you're saying to yourself right now are negative, and if you knew anybody in your life who talked to you the way that most people talk to themselves, those negative thoughts, you wouldn't be friends with that person. So what I encourage you to do right now is become a positive talker to yourself.
And the hardest thing is to get started, but you have to do it even though you don't feel like it. You feel like, this is stupid, I'm not going to talk to myself. I don't feel like doing this. It pushes against your every rational thought to talk out loud to yourself positive things. Just try it. Just do it in the car, or just go somewhere and just say a couple sentences. You know what? This is going to happen. I'm going to make progress here, whatever it is.
And if all you need is a place to lay your head, if that's all you need is a place to lay your head, and you have confidence that you are on the earth for a reason, whether you believe that God put you here for a reason, or you have a reason where you just know all you need is a place to sleep and some food to eat. If you can just look for those two things, really you realize that there's no reason to be fearful.
Yep.
Just go for it. Moving on, greed. John Rockefeller, the world's wealthiest man during his time, he's up there next to the Standard Oil sign. There's John Rockefeller, kind of a young John Rockefeller. He says this: a friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship. Mm-hmm. Typically, when I've partnered with people, I know I've discovered that they are gross humans who are obsessed with greed. However, when I partner with you, I discovered that you're a black and white guy, a partner who is focused on treating me the way that you want to be treated. How, though, have you, in your career, you've run into a lot of greedy people. And I know I personally have made some greedy decisions earlier in my career too. Why are most people greedy?
Well, I mean, it's kind of in us. It's that thing that we have to fight against. You want to get as much as possible for as little, giving back as little as possible. And I mean, the principle of over-delivering is very important so that greed doesn't creep in. I mean, if you resist the urge to cut a corner or to accept mediocrity in a product or a service that you're providing, and you cut that out and you over-deliver, then greed is going to have a hard time of taking place, and you're wanting to provide a greater value than what you're getting in return. And sometimes you think, well, I'm going to get taken advantage of. Well, maybe at times that will happen, but it's better than being that person that other people say don't do business with them because they're going to cut corners. I got a text the other day from somebody who was asking about a certain property, and they just wanted a little bit of advice. I wasn't going to get paid for it or anything. Hey, is this a good deal? Yeah, it's a good deal. Where is that? Oh, it's so-and-so's property over on such and such place. And I thought, financially, that's a good deal. I told him, you need to be careful of that guy because he has a reputation for being a crook. They didn't do it just based off of and I'm not out looking to talk bad about people, but I know every story that I've heard of that individual, he owns a bunch of properties, but every story of that individual I've heard of is where he's taken advantage and hurt people that have come into his buildings. And so and because of that, he is not succeeding. He is going down instead of building a business.
And just to share this, since we're on the same page, when I say greed, I think greed is the inherent desire to get something for nothing.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Or something for very little, or you think you're doing something, and it's something, but it's not enough.
A notable quotable here for you from my main man Napoleon Hill: if you over-deliver, soon you will be overpaid. And I'm going to give you some real talk here, and I hope this is painful for you to listen to. I hope it kind of maybe might upset you to the point where you'll make a change. But this actually happened to me. I worked at Target, and I was an idiot. And I was getting there right on time and leaving right on time. And my job was, when I worked in the electronics section, so someone would be pushing their cart through Target, And then they would find like a book, apparently, and they would go, oh, I think I want to buy this book. And then they would get over to the underwear section. They'd be like, well, I don't want to buy the book. I'll just put the book here. Then they would go get an apple. I'd like an apple. Well, now that I'm over here in the hardware section, I guess I don't want an apple. And so people leave stuff all over the store. My job was to take those items, pick up the book, pick up the apple, bring it back to the right section. This was my job. And then I'm supposed to greet customers and help them find the right electronics.